In the shadow of a war-torn Europe, 1942 was a year of despair. Cities crumbled under relentless bombings and fear whispered through cobblestone streets. Amid this chaos, a rumor began to spread: a train known only to a few would carry those desperate to escape tyranny to freedom. They called it the last train to freedom. No one knew exactly where it departed from or how to board it, but whispers said it was hidden somewhere in the dense forests of Poland, a dangerous land patrolled by soldiers. For some, it was a glimmer of hope. For others, an impossible dream. Among the desperate was Helena, a young violinist whose music had once filled grand halls, but now was silenced by fear. Her family had been torn apart, her mother and father sent to camps, her brother missing in action. All she had left was her violin, a small satchel, and a map she'd found among her father's belongings. It was marked with a single word: freedom. Helena's journey began under the cover of night. Guided by faint stars and the haunting cry of owls, she traversed frozen rivers and hid in abandoned barns. Her map led her to a dilapidated station hidden deep within the woods. There she found others like her, men, women, and children clutching their belongings, their faces etched with exhaustion and hope. A man named Jacob, an aging mechanic with grease-stained hands, whispered to Helena, "The train arrives only once. If you miss it, there's no second chance." Suddenly, a faint whistle pierced the silence. The train emerged like a ghost from the mist, its engine a defiant roar against the oppressive night. It was not like any train Helena had seen before. Its black steel frame gleamed ominously, and its carriages seemed endless. Passengers boarded quickly, their fear palpable. Helena clutched her violin tightly, her heart pounding as she stepped onto the train. The conductor, a man with eyes that seemed to hold 1,000 secrets, took her ticket without a word. As the train began to move, Helena felt an odd calm wash over her. The inside was unlike the outside, warm, welcoming, almost magical. Passengers exchanged stories, their voices mingling with the rhythmic hum of the engine. Helena played her violin, filling the carriage with melodies of hope. For a moment, it felt as if the war outside didn't exist. But freedom came at a cost. Soldiers had discovered the train's route and were closing in. The conductor urged everyone to stay calm. "This train was built for freedom," he said, his voice steady. "It will not fail us." The train's speed increased, its engine screaming against the cold air. Through the window, Helena saw flashes of light and heard the distant roar of engines. The soldiers were close. Suddenly, the train plunged into a tunnel, and darkness enveloped them. Time seemed to stand still. When the light returned, the landscape had changed. The passengers stared out in disbelief. Fields of golden wheat stretched endlessly under a clear blue sky. The conductor smiled and said softly, "Welcome to freedom." For Helena, it was not just a journey to safety, but a promise of a new life. She stepped off the train, her violin in hand, ready to create a future where her music could once again bring hope to the world. The last train to freedom became a legend, a symbol of resilience and the unyielding human spirit. For those who wrote it, it was not just an escape, but a second chance at life. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tales like this.